everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching me, welcome. This video is my most recent haul from Glitterati. I just got this order a few days ago. This was the pre-order that was back from January. Janine's getting ready to do another pre-order. I want to say it might be, man, is it this month? I think it's probably April though. I don't want to say it's not going to be in March because we're already a couple of days into March. It's probably going to be in April. But I wanted to talk about these. I didn't order the pre-order before this one. I skipped it. And then the one before that, I don't even think I did a video for. But I wanted to sit down for a few minutes and talk about these blends I got in here because guess what? We can request them to come back if we love them that much. So sit back and relax and enjoy this video of Glitterati. It's been a little while since I've done a haul for wax, really. I think it's been a while. I don't even think I did one in January, to tell you the truth. I think the last ones I did was Teddy Bees and a couple other ones in December. But other than that, it feels good to be sitting down and filming a haul. So back to Janine. Janine Jenzano owns Glitterati Wax, and she's from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Each package, not only is Janine an immaculate blend master, in my opinion, she also packages her items beautifully. Just for example, we'll show here. This is a, what does she call these? Bricks. She calls these bricks. Everybody calls them something different. She calls these bricks. They're beautifully, immaculately packaged, beautiful decor on here, very minimal smudging if that's something that triggers you. And then the back here is just beautiful, gorgeous, a solid color, beautiful labeling, and her packaging. I'll lift this up on camera and maybe you can see how just beautifully packaged all this comes in. I did not unload this and sniff it before. I wanted to do it live on camera because it's been a minute since I've had a haul. I had a medium-sized order. I made 2 orders because I actually went in and decided to buy a couple more items that I didn't grab the first time around. But just a piece of advice for Janine's pre-orders. Depending on the blend list, depending on what scents are on there, you need to be on there when she opens up her pre-order. Have your list ahead of time. There is not much time, if any time at all, to dilly-dally around. In my experience, maybe there's been some times where you have time to go in and make another order, which I did in this case. But for the most part, like I said, depending on the list and in the past, depending on the demand, you got to get in because Janine has sometimes closed within 15 minutes. So here we go. I got a mixture of bags, which she calls, she has different sizes. I have had 4 years experience with Glitterati wax, and back when she used to do her random winnings on Sundays, and before she changed her business model to a pre-order format, which was under high demand from us, the customer. And so Janine, every order that you get a invoice in here, and she always does a handwritten note here on the top, which I love that personalized touch. That goes a long way with me, and then I know a lot of you guys too. She has different varieties of sizes, I should say. I stick to mostly bricks, some souffles, the bite bags, and the loaves. I don't buy a lot of the little 5-piece bars just because I know how her wax performs in my home, and I have a lot of experience with oils, you know, being 4 years into my vendor wax journey. It's not to say that Janine might not have 1 or 2 that I haven't smelled before, but for me, being that she only opens a few times a year, I find it's more convenient for me to go with a bigger size. So you won't see any of the smaller bars in here. However, if you have a budget that you need to stick to, not that I don't work on a budget because I do, but if you want to make your dollar stretch farther, then by all means go for the smaller size. The only thing is you can't buy any more unless it comes back, or you have to wait for it to come back. So that's just full transparency, a little tips and tricks about Glitterati. So when she does her shipping, she does combine orders and she does refund any shipping overages. That is all done when all of her orders are shipped. So like I said, this one I've had for a few days. I'm just going to go ahead and go right into the goodies. This first one here is called Bakery Goodness. This is one that has my favorite blend of all time from Janine. It's called Lou's Bakery. I don't know what's in Lou's Bakery or who Lou is, but Lou's Bakery is one of the best vanilla bakery blends that I've ever smelled. Vanilla bakery is a tough sell with me, and I love the creaminess, the butteriness, the richness. I have 2 loaves of it here in my home that I hoard because it doesn't come back by itself a lot. But I do, I am, you know, I like that Janine offers a few Lou's Bakery blends, at least in every pre-order, because it's a well-loved scent by a lot of you guys, too. This one is Strawberry Pound Cake, Lou's Bakery, Cupcakes at Tiffany's, and Marshmallow Fluff. So I usually do not grab Strawberry Pound Cake scents, but there was a couple of Lou's Bakery blends on this list, and I don't remember if I grabbed them all, but I think I made a decision and I grabbed this one here. Let's see what this one smells like. Oh, is that nice? Oh, it's so good. It is so good. I mean, both Strawberry Pound Cake and Cupcakes at Tiffany's, I'm not in love with either one of them, and I certainly don't grab for them on their own. They have to be in a blend. Not because I hate them, but I just think they're kind of light in my home. I know Cupcakes at Tiffany's, popular scent, and Strawberry Pound Cake, but they're just light to me in my home. However, blended with that Lou's Bakery, this is rich and yummy and scrumptious, and this is one I would request to come back because it smells, if you know what Lou's Bakery smells like, it has the integrity of the Lou's Bakery, but then you add the richness of the Strawberry Pound Cake and the Cupcakes at Tiffany's, and Janine as a vendor, she's very, 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 very talented at her blending, and she uses good quality oils. At the end of the day, in my opinion, you can smell a quality oil over one that isn't the equal quality. It's not to say that I'm poo-pooing on vendors that use not the highest quality oils, but I mean, you kind of understand what I'm saying. You can buy something that's generic at the grocery store and then a name brand, and sometimes the name brand just, you get what you pay for. So that's just my little opinion. But this is Bakery Goodness. It's rich, it's delightful, it's fattening, it's great. So that's our first one. Next one here is Mousse and Pink Pajamas. These are similar in color. This one might be a little richer in pinkness than this one, but I love the pink. Pink's my favorite color. This one here, Mousse and Pink Pajamas. We have Wildberry Mousse, Pink Sugar, and Twinkies. This is a new to me blend. I've had all of these oils, but I haven't had Janine's blend here. Let's see. Oh, that smells nice. The Wildberry Mousse, I wouldn't quite say it's dominant, but it's in here. It's mixed with beautiful pink sugar, a little bit of Twinkies. This is nice. Oh, another nice rich bakery scent. This is great. Another one that could come back. I know this one has been poured I think last year, maybe a year before, but this one is it's yummy. This next one here, I know that somebody out there, I saw a picture posted in the group. They absolutely adore this scent, and this is Frosted Peppermint Cupcakes and Cookies. And I decided to get, I think I got a bag of this too, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did. We'll see once I get down into the box. But this one here, I was interested to see if this is similar to At the North Pole. Janine's At the North Pole, or I think she just calls hers North Pole. North Pole is one of my favorite peppermint bakery or peppermint oils that's out there. It's a single oil. I love it. It has richness of the peppermint with sweet vanilla, and it's creamy and luscious. It blends like a dream with bakery. So I was very curious to see how this one compared to North Pole. This is Peppermint Cookies and Frosted Cupcakes. And I know they're not the same oils, but I just wanted to see comparison-wise. This smells nice. I would say compared to North Pole, if you're familiar with that oil, North Pole, I think she had North Pole and Lou's Bakery, which was phenomenal. I loved it, loved it, loved it. North Pole is a little sweeter. The peppermint, the integrity of the peppermint is there, of course. It's sweet peppermint because you have the cupcakes, you have the cookies in here, you have the sweetness of the vanilla. But I think North Pole is a little bit sweeter, but this is beautiful. I should have bought more of this one. I hope I got another bag in here. I have a feeling I did. I think I did, but we'll see. We'll see. This next one here is a repeat purchase of mine. This is Avalanche. I have to comment on how pristine this is, how beautiful this is, how this beautiful icy color, it makes you think of an avalanche. This one is a single oil, I believe. This is lemon, mountain ice, cognac, oak, vanilla, cardamom, and amber. So this one here, it is super, super, super tricky to describe. Really hard to describe. It's kind of one that it's different, but it's icy. I wouldn't say it's minty. It's not minty. It's icy. It's smooth. It's cooling. It's refreshing. This is good for any time of year, but it's especially good on a snowy day or just a day where you really don't know what you want to warm. You aren't in the mood for anything in particular. There's where Avalanche and anything that falls into this category of, really doesn't match up to a season, doesn't match up to a mood. Just one of those fun ones. The rest of these I got. I'm looking at my my invoice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I have 7, and I have 7 items left, and they're all the bags. So I'm done with the bricks. This first one here is a repeat purchase. This is one of Janine's most well-loved and famous blends in the wax community. This is Tropical Pistachio. I should have ordered more of this, but it comes back every couple times, and it's so good. This very, 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 very much reminds me of Hawaiian Punch. This, I don't really get a ton of pistachio in this. This is more fruit punch and tropical fruits. It's not to say that there isn't pistachio in here, but my nose just doesn't pick it out right off the bat, at least. This, I've had this before. I've worn it before. It performs beautifully. It's Hawaiian Punch and all the fruity goodness that comes along with that blend. What I do with Janine's bite bags, it's not that they don't keep well in this bag, but I find given the texture of her wax and how soft it is, I will put this in a poly bag just to keep that scent more intact than it stays in the bakery bag. That's just what I do in my home. If you've ever watched any of my Chop and Chat videos, some of my older pieces of Glitterati I have wrapped in tin foil. That I find the softness of her wax and how delicate it is, I find that it just helps the longevity and to have the oil stay intact. Somebody taught me that a few years ago. I don't remember who, but I do that in my home, and that's what I'm saying that I'm going to do for you to you guys. So I'll just take a loaf bag, poly bag, and put this down in there, and that's how I find I can get a little bit longer shelf life out of Janine's wax. Next one here we have is, I'm excited for this one. Espresso cake, oatmeal cookies, and apple pie. So espresso cake, I can smell this to the bag. I wasn't going to get this one because sometimes apple pie and I aren't friends. We are in real life. Just, it doesn't translate well sometimes in wax to me. However, espresso cake is phenomenal. I just finished the souffle of it earlier this week. I made a post in the Glitterati Facebook group about it. I love it. It's rich, creamy espresso and the perfect richness of cake, sweetness of cake, buttery, yummy goodness. I would request espresso cake to come back. I'm going to as soon as Janine puts her request list up for her next pre-order. Couple of these are going on it. Let's see what this one's all about. I will say, if you're new to Glitterati, Janine does put on here her month and year of her pour date, so that helps you if you keep a accounting purposes on your side, spreadsheets and such, I don't do any of that. First of all, I don't have Excel on my laptop, and second of all, I don't have time for that. I barely have time to take pictures and post in Facebook groups. I don't have time to keep track of my wax inventory. I just know I have a lot. So this one here, oh, is this nice? You know, oatmeal cookies. Janine has exceptional oils, and she's really, really very, very, very talented, in my opinion. She's been around for a long time. She knows what she's doing. She has a cult following, well loved by a lot of us. She knows what she's doing. So I had no doubt that Janine wouldn't make a stinky apple pie product. The spices sometimes doesn't translate well to my nose, and I'm like that with pumpkin spice also. So you won't see a lot of pumpkin pie, a lot of pumpkin spice items on my channel, sometimes here and there. Not a whole ton, because it's just one that I take a chance on. And sometimes if I do get one, I give it away because I don't like that spice profile. But this here, there's nothing like apples. Apple and coffee goes together very, very well. You wouldn't think it does, because I mean, sometimes maybe Starbucks has an apple coffee drink around fall time, but apple isn't something you really think about when you drink a cup of coffee, coffee creamers and such. Although I think maybe Coffee Mate has an apple coffee creamer. They don't have zero sugar, so I don't play around with it. But this smells, it's good. You get a little bit of the oatmeal cookie, a little bit of the apple pie, and some of the espresso in the background, a little bit of cake. This is delightful. Love that one. A+ on all of these so far. Next one here, I got another bag of Avalanche, because I know that this one, I originally ordered, I think I just ordered, let me see, what did I do? I just ordered this in my first order. And then I went back in and I grabbed another bag because I knew how much I loved this one. It's popular, but it doesn't come back every time. So there's only one other vendor that has that oil, and she's also one that opens just a handful of times a year. So I wanted to secure the goods, and I went in for a second order. This next one here is Royal Lavender. Ooh, this one here is Lavender Woods, Vanilla Bean Noel, and Sugar Cookie Noel. Sugar Cookie Royale. Vanilla Bean Noel, Sugar Cookie Royale. Say that 10 times fast. I love lavender. I have only had Janine's lavender a couple of times in my experience with her, so I thought I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Let's see what this is like. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. The first thing to my nose that I smell is the woods note to it. Oh, that's beautiful. It almost has, her lavender is beautiful too, but the woods, it's almost slightly masculine, but not cologne, not even masculine body wash, not like that. It has an essence of an oil that would be in a masculine blend, but it's not outright masculine, of course, because it has Sugar Cookie Royale in it, the caramel vanilla of the Vanilla Bean Noel, and of course lavender. So, oh, I like that. I am going to let this cure a little bit longer, because I do find Janine's oils are exceptional, like I said, but sometimes the ones with the Vanilla Bean Noel and the Sugar Cookie Royale, even though they're strong oils, my nose, my home, I prefer vanilla to cure longer. So that's going to be happening in my home. I won't be warming that one for a few months. I have a few samples in here. Janine throws some samples in each box, so I'll do those last. Next one here, I had to get this one. This one is arguably her best seller of all time, and I'm pretty sure that each time it's offered in a pre-order, it is the best seller, and this is County Fair. County Fair is one I've had before several times. This is cotton candy, ice cream, waffle cones, and mini donuts. And it's different from, I mean, a lot of vendors, You know, I would be hard pressed to have one that doesn't really have a carnival cotton candy, caramel apple situation that they offer in some way, shape, or form. But Janine's County Fair goes above and beyond. It's not your typical caramel apple, cotton candy, sticky fingers, ooey gooey of the traditional carnival variety, in my opinion. This one here, it's good. It's creamy. It's luscious. It's rich. She has a really good cotton candy oil. This is nice. You can't really, I don't really outright say I smell waffle cone, I smell cotton candy. This is more a mixture. It's like it's in one giant vat and you're stirring it around and then you just take a big old sniff of it. You get everything at once. I smell a little bit of donut, a little bit of cotton candy, but it's almost, it's kind of similar to if you stick your nose down in a bag of cotton candy, but you throw other goodies down in there. It's sweet, it's luscious, it's good. Two more items in here. Oh, Lou's Bakery, Palo Santo, and Toasted Marshmallow. She had a few Lou's Bakery scents on this pre-order, and I do remember now. I wasn't quite sure. I might have got both of them. She usually adds 2 or 3, maybe more, blends with Lou's Bakery, and I have the one with the strawberry pound cake, and I have this one, and what else? Do I have another one here with Lou's? No. I'm trying to think back to when I placed this order. I had to decide which one I wanted to order because I didn't want to go crazy. I'm trying to cut back on the amount of wax I bring into my house. Case in point, why I skipped the previous pre-order. But I decided to go for the larger size with the Palo Santo and the Toasted Marshmallow because those are exceptional oils and I love Lou's Bakery. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Lou's Bakery is so damn good. I can't say that enough. I would tell everybody in the wax community, if you like bakery and you're a heavy, rich bakery lover, Lou's Bakery, Lou's Bakery, Lou's Bakery. I can't say it enough. I love it. You wouldn't think that there's much to it because I believe it's dough and butter and cake, and it's a heavy, rich, luscious. I don't know what's in it. I don't know if it's in one oil or if it's multiple oils. I don't know. That's Janine's secret, but it's fantastic. So I can smell the Palo Santo. It's not a masculine Palo Santo. It's not quite as light as say Lavender and Speckles. To me, Lavender and Speckles Palo Santo is in its own class of its own. I like a little bit more of a richer Palo Santo, and Janine has a richer Palo Santo. Oh, is that nice? I love this. I'm so happy with this order. So happy with this order. I didn't make a list before I did this pre-order because I honestly wasn't sure if I was going to make one. But when the time came, I went on and whatever landed in my cart was what was meant to be. But I'm so happy with these ones I chose. This last one here is another bag of frosted peppermint cupcakes and cookies. I'm glad I grabbed this one here. So, when I talked about this one earlier, I'm happy. I'm going to be enjoying this one in my home. I might save a little bit for this upcoming Christmas season, believe it or not. We're in March already. But I hope North Pole will come back. North Pole and Lou's Bakery, fingers crossed. That's what I would like. I'm going to request a few blends on the list, the pre-order request list. Absolutely. So we have some samples here. This first one is Toasty Cakes. I've actually had this one before. It's a coconut blend. This is toasted vanilla sugar, toasted coconut, yellow cake, and toasted mallow. Lots of toastiness. And you can get the toasted coconut in here and the yellow cake. I believe, to me, this coconut, it's toasted coconut, but it has almost a body care coconut vibe to it. I have a souffle of this somewhere in this house. I don't know where it is right now, but it's not terrible, but I feel that I wish it had a little bit more of a not a body care. I will say this. I love coconut in bakery. I love coconut in body care. But in my opinion, I wish the coconut had a different translation in this than body care coconut. I wish it was more of the bakery variety. That's just my opinion. It doesn't stink. It's not a terrible performer. It's just my personal preference. That's all. Next, we have Tahiti Margarita. Ooh, mango, strawberry, and margarita. I will say, I'm not the biggest mango fan in wax. In real life, yes, but not in wax. And her margarita oil is really, 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 really good too. So let's see what this one's like. Oh, that's strong in the mango. I will say that. That's strong in the mango. But you know what? I can try anything once. I'll put this in my bathroom and see how it does. Sometimes mango translates kind of stinky to me in wax, and I don't have a lot of mango on my channel either. Last sample here is White Lotus. Fresh greens, aquatic woods, and tropical florals. That's White Lotus. Let's see what this one's like. Lotus. That smells good. It's different. It is aquatic, I would say. Green and aquatic. It does have a floral note to it, so if you are one that stays away from floral, this one probably wouldn't be one that you like. White Lotus. So, okay, that's this video. Short and sweet, less than a half an hour. That's great. So, hope everyone enjoyed this video. Janine will give ample notice of when she's going to be posting the pre-order request list, which will be sometime this month because I'm pretty sure that her next pre-order is in April. So, have a great week ahead, everyone, and I'll see you soon.